All right, everyone, welcome to another Sunday event. This time we're doing some Reach go-kart throwback action, but with some new tracks. Yeah, I don't think any of the old ones exist, so if we chow any of them, it's going to be like remakes slash like reimaginings. Like I don't think they exist, so not gonna have any of those actual OGs in the schedule, but we got a new one here made by Detail. Ebritas. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. I don't know how the hell you say it. GK, we're gonna be doing. I have to double check. I honestly don't remember. We're gonna be doing 71 checkpoints, 35 laps on this one. And let's go through the starting order. So we got Armada on the right, Soul on the left, Camby, and then Fireball, Luke, Detail, and Real Deal. That's the starting lineup. Again, 35 laps, 71 on the checkpoint. So I'm just going to be upset about missing this night. And when we get to the end of it, Nate is out, and we're green. So this track's got some tricky chicanes. We go through the first one. Oh! That's a heavy cock for Detail on that one. It got tight. The exit of the first chicane's got to regain off that. But luckily for him, look at this. Massive slow up in the second chicane. And that's going to switch things up a little bit. Many passes made on that. I think Soul leads the first lap down. It was hard to say. It was close, but Soul, Luke, Armada, your current top three. Oh, Fireball having to go through the barrier there. So that'll have been a great run. But as you can see, this track mostly based around the chicanes. Is a little bit of a hairpin to some other stuff too, but a lot of the gains that you make on this track. Oh my god! What was that? I didn't think we were going to be doing too many replays, but I don't care that we went 30 seconds back. I need to see that. What did we just watch? Alright, so end of lap 2 here. Armada has a rough run through the chicane. Camby and Fireball come up. Oh, and he just sends it. He just sends it in and gets locked up, and 3 of them get sent over the berm. That's not ideal for Fireball and Camby. Oh my god. So that's going to help Detail out a lot. He's going to go up to 3rd now, so already in the podium spot. Soul still leading it down. Luke 2nd. Detail through this current podium on this one. Different lines coming out here. Soul going for the berm. Luke going for the inside of the hairpin. Oh, and Soul getting a little bounce. That's unfortunate. Sometimes, I don't know exactly like what angle it is, but sometimes you hit like a certain angle on that first chicane. And it's kind of tricky because there's a bit of a drop-off into that first chicane, which is nice, you know, little thing to mix it up and make like a normal start of a track a little more interesting, you know, have a little drop off. Like to see stuff like that, almost a little bit of a like Firestone Firehawk touch on that, with that type of forging on this type of track. But yeah, the one thing that can happen is that little landing, that certain landing, you get a weird like pop up, almost like Halo 5 gopher action. But for some reason, Soul seems to find that gopher quite a bit. I don't know why. I noticed it in practice a few times, but personally in the race, I didn't have any problems with it. So I think he gets hit with it again. That's unfortunate. Soul. Oh, the turnaround too. Oh, it's so rough. He's gonna get passed by Fireball here and get contested by Real Deal. And it can get tricky. You go too wide into here. Real Deal's gonna make it stick. Soul does have that run on the exit. Oh wow, sends it into the hairpin. Okay, he's not giving up yet. I like this, fighting for it. Sending it on the inside of Real Deal. Oh, they both went hard, and maybe some lag on that because it looked like Real Deal should have absolutely destroyed that first column, but he like went through it. So I don't know what happened with that, but either way, they both super aggressively went into that first chicane, not letting anything up. Soul at the run here, and he's doing it again. He's getting these runs. Exit that second chicane, but not gonna have the line there. So gonna let Real Deal. Oh my god, Real Deal cheesing it. This is gonna bring Camby into the fight. We're getting some action here. 3-way battle now. Camby joining the party. Oh man, Real Deal just cannot get that second chicane down right now, and it's costing him a lot. Camby's gonna take the spot. Soul gonna go for the berm this time around. I don't think he had confidence in making that run on the hairpin, so just decided to go for the berm, switch it up. Rough run through the first chicane. Real Deal's gonna get a bit of advantage on that. But yeah, obviously a lot of this track is the chicanes, but it's not all of it. This last turn's pretty interesting. I like this. This is something I like to see, a little Firestone Firehawk action here, I'd say, as well. having a little berm action on the outside. Like to see the option like that. And then this little transition over here after this first chicane too can get pretty interesting, especially when you're in a battle. It's a rough chicane run for Luke there, so gonna give Armada some more time not to be put a lap down, but this could get interesting because Armada the lapper coming up, Detail in second, not too far behind. This could make things pretty interesting here. And third place, Fireball's way pretty far behind, so... Oh, there it is! There it is! Armada cheesing the column. Here comes Detail at the run. But nowhere to go to make the pass, so he's not going to be able to make the pass, but now we have a lead battle on. See how this one plays out. Taking different lines through the chicane. Armada is going to be pretty clear this time. Interesting. Detail going to go for the berm. Try to set this up differently. Again, like having options like that. I said the last track, but this is another track I think Solange probably would have liked. But yeah, I think after, well, we'll see as we go through the rest of the races, but I'll semi-spoiler alert it. I would definitely be down for some more Reach GK action after this night. I think this stuff's pretty fun. It's also a big throwback for us because the first like technically HRL track is a Reach go-kart, so it's pretty cool from that perspective too. But yeah, one of the first series that we ran long time ago, one of the first tracks that we made, and pretty cool to see something done in that style. It's a very OG season 2. There was, I want to say, 7 races off the top of my head. I want to say Seraph was the champion, so that's a name we haven't heard from in a while. I want to say X-Rains took 3 race wins in those 7. Some random stats I'm pulling off the top of the dome. You can stat check those. Those are all correct. I don't need to check them. I know they're right. But yeah, you get a little bonus HRL history action mid-race here. We got a lead battle heating up. Detail making some good lines, making up some good time. And might have a run here. Let's see. This can be interesting. Side by side.
Checkpoint.
Oh, and makes it happen around the outside. And Detail's going to have the lead, but he also has Soul coming up pretty soon. So don't think this is over yet. Looks like Camby and Armada over there, but Armada getting put a lap down. Yeah, he's going to get the first place spot, but we saw it with Armada and Luke. You know, column hit. It kind of made things interesting, so we'll see if Detail can get around this lap traffic cleanly.
Lap complete.
Oh, yeah, you see Soul. It wasn't that bad that time, but you could definitely see it that time. You could definitely see him getting that that run there. Not ideal on that first chicane. Oh, Armada going down, so he's going to be put a lap down again, but well out of the way. But yeah, this lap traffic could make things interesting. You see Fireball still has a pretty big gap. He's kind of safely in third. Oh, and there it is, but oh, that was really fortunate for Detail. It happened at like the perfect spot. Low-key really fortunate for Luke too. They both were able to skate by that one. A little bit of issues for Soul in the chicane there, and then Armada at the end of it. Oh, Armada's got to hold on to it. Now Luke can work his way by Soul, so yeah, 1-2 looking pretty solid. Fireball again, just like super out in his own. Oh, Detail cheeses the chicane a little bit. So it costs a little bit of time, but it's not going to be that much. Still going to comfortably have the lead. It's going to comfortably have the lead on this one. Real Deal would be the next one up. But he's still got a ways to go. So yeah, Real Deal actually, pretty sure back behind them as well. So what, like Fireball third, Camby fourth, Real Deal fifth? Is our top 5 right now? Oh no, a little more column cheese. And Luke was able to find the right time to get by, so that column cheese is going to cost Detail the lead. But on the bright side, we still have quite a few laps to go in this race. We're ending on the 71 checkpoint. We just hit 43 for the leader, I want to say, yeah. So there's still quite a few laps to go. This race is definitely not over. It's going to have to work that lead gap back and then make the pass again. So definitely by no means over yet, but it's gonna slow things down a little bit. Still gonna put Armada another lap down there, I think. Yeah. Fireball catching up to them. He'll have to deal with them. Camby, again, Fireball kind of in his own realm. Camby kind of in his own realm. Real Deal kind of in his own realm. Soul and Armada are kind of in their own realm. We might as well just keep watching the lead battle because this is like the hottest thing that we got going on this race right now, by far. We'll get some detailed POV action. You can see the grid. That's something that was kind of nice on this track too. Little starting grid made things Make things easier. Get the additions of the exit rumbles too. We always like those. Give you some opportunities to keep your speed going. If you go a little too hard, think you're going to go off the track, kind of catch you.
Checkpoint reached. Lap complete.
Let's see. I think Detail has a really good line in this section here. I think this is where he makes up. Well, I think it just sets him up pretty well for.
Checkpoint reached.
It like, how do I explain it? It like scrubs enough speed to where it makes the second chicane pretty easy, and then he's able to just hold like a really nice line throughout the whole section. That seems to be something that's working out pretty well for him right now. It's interesting how the top two taking pretty different lines in this. Oh, Armada coming in hot. That didn't really cost too much time, but we're there now. Lead battle's definitely back on.
Checkpoint reached. Lap complete.
I was going to say, interesting how we have two leaders running pretty different lines. Luke goes a little wider and then tries to go a little more to the left and set up the run through the chicane that way. But you have to really enter it the right way. If you do enter it the right way, you can get it straight and you can go really fast through it. But puts a lot of emphasis on entering it correctly. I think Detail's line kind of scrubs more speed and then makes it a little easier to go through the chicane correctly, I'd say. So both different philosophies going into this makes it kind of interesting. Definitely running different lines. And what we'd see, yeah, you can see how when it works out, I think Luke's line gives a little more chicane speed, but it's a little slower entering. I think Details is a little slower, or a little faster entering, but probably a little more consistent in the chicane. It's kind of interesting how that works out. Yeah, that's what I would say. Probably a little more consistent in the chicane. But this is it. Going for the inside. Oh, that was not expected. Fat bog action for Detail on that one. I was kind of surprised at that one. I didn't think the bog would happen there. And interestingly enough, we actually have the two closest battles on track both in our view right now. Something must have happened to Camby. So Real Deal's like right behind Camby now. So we have the lead battle happening. We're watching on our screen. That was a fat dive. And then we got Camby and Real Deal going on in front of us. And if they catch up to it, that could make that interesting too. Oh, a little column hit. Detail has the inside. And this is going to get weird because they're close to too wide in the chicane that time, but they're going to be too wide for sure this time.
Checkpoint reached.
little column contact for both. Ah, over the rumble for Detail. But still time left in the race. Still 4 laps to go. But that did open up the gap a little bit, so let's see if we can regain off this one. Yeah, definitely putting on a good show for our first race. That's what we like to see. Trying out a new series, you know, something that we're doing a lot in these Sunday nights, and already we're getting a pretty sweet lead battle in this one, and we're getting, well, Real Deal actually just took the spot over Camby, so that's big. Didn't think that would work out. Fireball, Camby, and Real Deal seem so locked into their positions, but yeah, he just took that 4th place, so could be big for him on the night. And Detail again with this run, they're going to be close to the second chicane. Ah, and Detail tried to do it. There's definitely the space, maybe needed a little bit more of a little let off. Oh, big slam coming out. Going for it, but he has to. There's only 2 laps to go.
Lap complete.
2 laps. 2 more opportunities for him to try to make this pass for the lead. So, keeping it interesting. Again, running it different here. But Luke definitely had a better run through the chicane that time. That might lock up the race. We'll see. We're going to need a little bit of both here. We're going to need a Detail heater and a Luke bad lap on this last lap to make this one interesting again, I would say. Oh, okay, Soul's good. I was going to say a lap cheese could make it interesting too, but look like we're okay there. Ah, a little column hit, so that's probably going to do it. Pretty intense first race for the lead, but Luke's able to survive and hold on. Going to take the first race on the night. Opener for a Reach Go-Kart. Detail 2nd, and Fireball made up a lot of time with all that battling. Going to take 3rd on that one. He would have needed quite the endurance race to get to the lead, but definitely made up some time there. Real Deal will be able to hold on over Camby. Yeah, so Real Deal's able to hold on over Camby, and then Soul and Armada are both at a couple laps down. But they got laps on each other too, so they're gonna fall into their positions, 6 and 7. So yeah, they're locked in. So that's going to do it for our first race of the night. Pretty solid one again. Luke Detail Fireball the podium. And next race, we're going to go to the streets in New York for that one. So let's check that one out. Move on to it. See you guys there.